James South, CEO and founder of Gekko Digital and Igo Room, recently formed Igotopia, which is the holding company. And Igo Room is peddling itself as the world's first virtual reality online travel agent. Gekko Digital existed for 7 years previous and has created and amassed a library of VR assets throughout the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia, which Igo Room uses to create the VR content and the customer journey. We want to revolutionize the way that people book rooms. So in terms of the front end, we believe that UI and UX is going to govern the way that people should search for rooms through a 3D capacity. Virtual tours have existed for a while. The advantage with us is because we've amassed such a library of VR assets in the Indian Ocean and Asia, we get to license those to Igo Room to use those assets to sell hotel rooms. So think of a kind of, almost like with the Tinder example, that the way that you swipe left and right would be the way that you choose to meet a stranger in a bar. We feel that swiping left and right and touring through a room through that simple UI and UX journey is the way that people should be choosing hotel rooms through a better understanding of how they exist and inherit that space in a world where space is becoming the new luxury. Really with two components. So we are launching the world's first virtual reality empowered online travel agent, but also looking at a way that we can read big data analytics, how we can understand consumer trends and behaviors into booking those rooms, and how we can retarget back to those people to put them in the room that we think matches their profile. So AI, VR, AR, we really see that as the future of the world that we exist in at the moment. And what we do is we move that into the capacity of holiday bookings to give people a much better understanding of where they're staying. Gekko Digital formed 7 years ago. It was initially a production agency that worked with hotels to create photography, videos, short commercials on YouTube and social media. I quickly realized there was an uptake of 360 and VR 7 years ago, so we really wanted to pivot into that. So we created a curriculum for VR photography and editing. And very quickly, by streamlining the whole editing process, getting it live on customer platforms, and creating something to a superior quality to anyone else, we managed to scale pretty quickly. We then started working with governments, so we worked with the Maldivian Tourism Board. In countries where tourism makes the biggest outsized contribution to GDP, and where room rates are the highest and marketing budgets are the biggest, we tried to go into those countries and create virtual reality destination marketing initiatives. In the pandemic, what we found is that immersive marketing is becoming the new normal, because where you can't bring people to the property, immersively you can take the property to the people. We are looking at building on the current asset library that we have, expanding that, going into new destinations. We've just broken records in terms of our seed capital rounds in Asia. We rose the biggest amount of money in the quickest time on crowdfunding, and we had the biggest single ticket investor for any investment round in seed crowdfunding throughout Asia and Southeast Asia. We want to use that momentum to go and get our Series A next year, and at the moment we've got our eyes on a Series A in America and a Caribbean destination marketing initiative.